sometimes they just talk and they feel this is real. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode of the show Deen and Dunya. My name is Rahma Mustafa Ghani, and as usual, I am going to be your host. I have with me in the studio two beautiful sisters. Sister
Adetona Halima
and
Nansweet Muhammad.
So this is a show where we talk about deep and important issues concerning women. And inshallah, we try our best to discuss about a lot of them and find solutions. So today we have for you another interesting topic, which is false hope. So generally speaking, you'd have to understand that whatever phase you are in your life, you have to be truthful, and also the people around you, they must be truthful. Because Allah mentions in the Quran that He says, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu taqullaha wa kunu ma'as sadiqin. All believers, all who believe, please be with, the truthful people and be conscious of your Lord. They should be truthful. So, sometimes you'd find brothers going to meet a sister and they'll be telling her a lot of things. Sometimes these things are lies. They give a false hope. You'd see that maybe you're the person he feels he wants to spend the rest of his life with, or maybe you're married already, but then he has other females in his life where he put titles to them. He might say, this is my female colleague from work, this is from school, this is my business partner and all that. But then apparently he's giving you false hope. So most times these things happen, but I don't know why brothers do that.
False hope, as the name implies, is basically somebody giving you green lights when he knows that there's actually nothing. I mean, there's nothing behind it. It's just false. And yes, false hope is real.
Okay.
There are lots of people doing it now, especially with the brothers promising to marry people that they know that they don't want to have, or maybe you just do it for different reasons. So there's this analogy. It's just like you saying, I like cats.
Okay.
I like cat, but then I don't really want to bring it in to my house. But then when you see the cat, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're so cute, oh my God, it's this, it's that. You admire the cat, you make the cat feel so loved. But you can never have that cat in your home. Like you don't want to see the cat in your home. But then you just like it from afar, and then you keep giving the cat hopes that, oh, okay, maybe this person might take me in one day or something. More like false hope.
Sometimes they do it for fun, maybe.
Yeah, some people do it for fun. Some people just do it because, for reasons unexplainable. Because, especially for the married ones now, you can marry more than one. So why are you taunting a sister with feelings, and you know that you don't want to bring her in?
Okay.
So it's basically not for fun in that aspect. We can't actually explain. We can't really get into the heads of these people and know why they do what they do. But then these things are there, and it's breaking a lot of people.
That's right. Sister?
Okay, I think false hope can also come from the person herself.
Yeah.
For example, she can be the one giving herself false hope. It's not necessarily that somebody else is all the time. False hope is from somebody else. Sometimes it can be from you yourself. For example, you keep imaginary dreams. You just have this fictionalized hope about something, whether it's a career or love or family. You have fiction built in you, and then because you are unable to achieve the pedestal, you now think you get depressed, or you get into despair, or sometimes you're seeking for help, and then you have a friend whom you already know this is the truth. You need hope, you need somebody to lean on, but then you're still lying to the person, saying that no, this is not how it is, this is how it is, so that person is going to give you exactly what you expect. So sometimes the false hope can be from you yourself.
And then you try to convince yourself and others as well.
Yeah. Like you have built that ideal family with this person that nothing anybody says can actually make you go back. Like, okay, this is it. Like, I have to achieve this thing. Yeah. Sometimes you are giving yourself the false hope. And sometimes this a lady giving the man false hope.
Yeah, it happens that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we should categorize this now. So let's take, for example, single brothers. So there was a case where someone was, well, I cannot call it courting because she was just there because he hasn't defined anything. And then there was a time he even asked her to leave the person she's courting for him. But he didn't tell her they're courting or that he wants to marry her. And also, you know, there was a time also he tried introducing other men to her when he was giving her hope that they might be courting or he might wants to marry her. And you know, and there was another person too where he was about to get married, and then it was even close to the date, and he said he's hesitant and he feels like he doesn't want to get married anymore. So we realized that he had a female friend that he thought they were developing feelings for each other. So he thought now this new person is better than the person he wanted to get married to. Okay, so now he realized some things and he got married, and we were like, so now you're lucky because this woman is really good person. So maybe you could have lost her forever for this illusional person that you got as a friend.
Well, lucky him. Lucky him, he found his way back home. I mean, he found his way back to the truth. Because some of them actually just get lost in that, you know, chasing of different people, and then they just end up with the wrong fish. Like they always say, there are different fishes. There are many fishes in the ocean, so they want to just pursue everything, even when they know that, oh, this is the golden fish. This is the one that is good for me. They still want to see. You know, check everywhere properly.
I think it's human selfishness in our test. Like we always want something better.
Oliver Twist, right? You want everything. So you see, in the first instance, it's more like the lady herself was giving herself a false hope.
Okay.
I mean, she could. The red flags are there. He was introducing you to other men.
But how would you know that it's a red flag when he's not even quoting you? He didn't define anything. That's the thing.
Then you should also define
exactly.
it. Must you wait for a man to define it?
Exactly.
Islamically, a woman can also ask a man out.
A man who has not even defined the relationship, it's a
Are
red
you
flag.
even, thank you. Are you even,
like,
except maybe if you are doing friendship with benefit. You're getting something, he's getting something, and I don't know.
How do you say you're in a relationship with somebody when it is not defined? That's like the first line. You got to, let me not say you got it wrong, because this love matter is actually a very delicate matter. Because sometimes you can't tell your heart what to do. Your heart just loves,
like I was telling,
and leaves you behind.
Like I was telling someone, we were having a conversation with a male friend, and he was like, he thinks women have not known exactly what they want. When you meet a man, the man, when he wants to settle down, he's actually saying what works. Okay. Does this thing work does it work like me trying to build a family? Does it work? Me trying to have children, does it work? But then women are they're just flexible. Anything out there, sometimes they go for it. Like they don't really know exactly what is it that I want.
Maybe they actually know, but maybe what they want is not available. So they try to be flexible.
So how can you like?
But it's womanly. I mean, you can't.
No,
and sometimes you can't always make the choices. I mean, a woman. If I know I am 20-something or 30-something, and I know that, okay, I want to give birth by this, I can try to be intentional about my life, and, okay, maybe he doesn't have money. Well, I have the money. Let's just do this. Yeah, right? Sometimes you just have to be flexible. Sometimes they tell you to lower your standards. Yeah, so I think
I feel when it comes to love.
Yeah.
I feel there is no reason why I should or why a woman should lower her standards. Like, because this thing, maybe you were in love and you wanted to become into a family, a union. Just go for the best. Go for what you like. It doesn't have to be. I don't think there's any reason why you should actually lower your standards. I feel you should just be realistic
or compromise.
Personally, I think love is overrated. Sometimes you just want to do things and you just do them.
I actually feel
this lady, I've forgotten her name now. She was saying she wants a baby already. She's not looking for the love. I mean, she knows she's 35, and if your man doesn't come along she might just die without having a child, and she
No,
really wants a child.
she's really realistic. She's not giving herself some false imaginary hope about
That's it now. So
something.
she's not looking for love anymore.
You know,
She's
sometimes-
intentional about her life. What she wants now is a child.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she'll
Yeah.
settle down with anybody just to get that child and get done with.
Sometimes
It's not just the love.
they would say their biological clock is ticking or something.
But that's
like
but
that.
as much as the women like, as much as we don't like to hear that, it is real. We have a biological clock.
That's why we
If you're
should
true
stop
to yourself,
denying it.
you would know that. I mean, I know I have a biological clock. I'm not married yet. I'm hoping and working towards getting married soon. So I mean, if you say, okay, I don't care about biological clock,
It's
I
a
don't-
lie. It works for a woman.
it's there.
It's there.
The only
Like
thing is, we don't want to hear it from people. I mean, a man should not be using that to spite me. Tell me, oh, your biological. No, shut up. That's not supposed to come from you. I know that I have a biological clock. I'm supposed to be conscious about that, not you trying to use it
Yeah.
to make me get married to you. No. Like, a woman should actually know and be conscious of her biological clock. And yes, love is overrated. Sometimes if you want something, just go and get it.
Yes,
Maybe
you
not
know.
everybody will get
So
love.
now, you know, another thing is, let's take the married brothers. So there was a time when there was a case where one brother came up to a sister and he was like, where have you been all my life? And she was like, "Papa,
lie,
what's
lie, lie,
happening?"
lie,
Yeah.
lie, lie, lie.
What is it? And he said, well, I should have met you before I met her. And she was now
Should have
confused.
met you before I
Again.
met my wife.
Yes.
We hear that stories all
That's
the
a
time.
line. That's
Yeah.
a line that this married men use.
So he said he's about to get married, but then she's the definition of the type of woman he wants to be with. So now he disappeared and he got married. Later on, he came back to her and he was talking to her about that same issue. So she asked him, do you want to practice polygamy? Do you want to marry more than a wife? And he said, no, he doesn't have the intention to do that. So she said, then what are we going to do? Why do you still want me? And that was the end. She walked away.
He's actually a fraud. He's a scam.
I think there's a tactics to use with married men that actually it has worked for me personally. To know whether a man really wants you for a wife or just some kind of fling.
Yeah.
When you're together, ask him about his family, his children. Get into
Exactly.
if he's willing to give a part of his family to you, you know he's kind of serious in some way. But if he's trying to put that family in a coven, like why are you going there? Like, because I feel married men that really don't want you as a wife, they would not want you to have anything to do with their family. Like, they are men are very protective of what they love. It's us that actually get
Too emotional.
too emotional on some certain things. Like, they will protect it so much that they won't even want you, your thoughts, your whatever thing that kind of looks sarcastic or something, come close to it.
There was actually the one that was lying to her sister that maybe the woman has done juju on him and he married her.
And
Now
that's
after
why
the
he
wedding,
married
yeah,
his wife.
he doesn't feel like he wants the woman anymore.
That's actually a red flag.
And he asked her to...
For me,
Mhm.
if a married man comes to me and is talking bad about his wife, that's like a run. You know that video where they
You don't
run,
know what
like,
you want.
just run. When a
You
man
don't know
comes
what
to
you
you
want.
and
And
he
he'll
starts
tell you.
painting his wife black, starts painting his, she doesn't know how to do this, she doesn't know, that's why he wants you.
And he will tell you
He's
it's a
going to paint
secret.
you black by the time he wants the
He would
next
say
one.
it's a secret, you know, and all that.
That's even if he marries you. He's going to
That's
start painting
if.
you black
That's if.
by the time he
Oh,
wants
yeah.
the
That's
next one.
if,
So
sir.
don't ever, I personally, I don't believe men who just come and then they're painting. I mean, if you want me, you need to have built a good family back there. I mean, your wife needs to be happy.
To be a reference.
Yeah, you can't be using me to replace somebody
And
or
this-
using me as a punishment for somebody. No.
And this brings us back to resilience. Like, you as a woman, as a girl, you know who you are, you know what you are after, you know what you want. You shouldn't just settle or try to believe. Like, men have this concept of saying that women always believe what we say. So we'll sugarcoat everything and just give it to them, then they accept. So if you're resilient enough to know what you want, what you are after, what you're looking for, of course, I don't think any man out there will just come. And like my mom used to say, she used to tell me often that a woman will not be loved by one man. That's what my mom used to say. And it's from the concept of
How?
like you as a woman,
Okay.
you'll be admired by so many men.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's you knowing exactly what you want.
Mm.
Because men out there, like, oh, it's really crazy, seriously. Especially when possibly you're beautiful and this man likes beautiful women. Or maybe you're intelligent and he's attracted to, what do they call them? Sapios,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
He's attracted to you. So you see, those particular men, we get attracted to you, and it's the concept of negative and positive forces coming together. But you as a woman know, what do you want? What do you want first? Like,
And so sometimes, you know, these things, we can't always blame the women. We like to say, okay, maybe they saw the red flags, they didn't follow it. Some of these men are actually manipulative. Some of them are very trickish.
Yes.
Some of them just keep leading you on when they know that they don't actually want you.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's sad
sad.
because this heart,
And no be
it
wood.
loves, like it goes forward and then just leaves you behind. Your heart wants what it wants. Your heart just loves, and then sometimes you can't control what your heart is feeling. Sometimes you can't control what you are feeling, but it's just there. I mean, somebody is showing you red flags, and you just keep going. You just keep going. So yeah.
Like I was,
And then it is the men who do that. They just they pull away for a time. Then they come back again. They pull away. They come back again. They
and you
lead
keep taking back.
exactly more like somebody leading you on and pulling back, leading you on and.
I feel in this world that we are in right now in the 21st century, women need to wear much more protective guards.
Okay.
Like men know we are the softer part.
Very delicate.
We are the kinder sex. We are the vessel. We just take in everything. So you as a woman now, like if a man senses so much of this from you, like some men that feel, oh, when I tell her she's beautiful, she gets
melts.
kinky. Yeah. So they tell you who I'm, and tomorrow you hear it again. You hear, oh, you get home,
God.
you look at the mirror, you say,
Oh,
oh,
God,
he
this
likes
is
me.
it.
That's the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Like even if
Being manipulative, yeah.
they manipulate you. So
Yeah.
being like a woman, you know you are already soft-hearted and kinder and all of that. Even if you're trying to fall in love, don't fall in love. Just fall in love. Like
Your eyes.
Yeah, protect yourself first.
like
yeah.
you should
Yeah,
see
open your
somebody.
eyes.
When I see you, I should have a standard for what I want from you before I fall for you.
Okay.
Don't just go to the market and everything is attractive. You can't just buy everything.
And
Is
sometimes
I
it's not actually that you go to the market and it's not like you didn't choose right. Sometimes you actually choose rightly, and then you see this person and say, okay, this person is the one for me. Like this
Yeah.
person meets all your standards, all your spec, and I think life just happens.
yeah, life happens
Sometimes
to some
they said
people.
it's other, but not
Yeah.
all the time actually.
Well, not all the time,
have
but
choices.
yes, life happens and life is unfair. The moment we all agree that life is unfair, because sometimes you see somebody, the two of you love each other, and then you're promising yourselves so many things together, and then all of a sudden, boom, everything
person
just changed, and
ghosts
then you
you.
start wondering, but where, I mean, those things we were saying, didn't you mean them,
Yeah, it happens.
But then it just happens.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's not that you actually chose wrongly. Sometimes you did the right thing. Maybe you even
Those
did
are
your
for
ace
the
to her.
women. Those are for the
Life
women
is
that
just-
chose
Life
rightly.
is just unfair.
Yeah.
Try to pick yourself up. It's not going to be easy, but try and
Okay.
just try. Yes.
Well, this is getting.
I mean, the moment you
interesting,
realize
yeah.
that, try to pick yourself up and move. Some people are somewhere out there dying to meet you. and
Like this
then
brings us back to
you're here and then
men
you're
that
trying to hold on to
we didn't
something.
want to talk about this thing, but Sister Alima's point actually makes me like men that want 4 wives or 3 wives or 2 wives. Now there's so many beautiful women out there
Yeah.
who possibly they've been destroyed in a way, particular. Let me not say destroyed. Something have actually happened to them badly due to
Yeah.
marriage or circumstances. Men take those women up as second wife, third wife. It necessarily doesn't have to be a younger, second young, third younger,
Yeah.
fourth youngest. Take those women. They are seriously intelligent, beautiful, strong women out there who have come from.
More like the real essence of polygamy.
Yes.
It's not just about something
Young-
to satisfy your selfish needs. That's what the Quran preaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go and look for the widows. Look for those whose
sing-
husbands you
The
know,
one that
things
have
people who
health problems that can't give birth,
who
possibly
are
you already have
divorced,
children.
yeah, right? People
Yeah.
who are single mothers, pick them up and get married to them. Don't just be looking for the ones that satisfy your selfish needs, and then you're just trying to bring them inside.
Okay, well, this is getting interesting. Dear viewers, it's still the show Deen and Dunya, and the topic is false hope. We'll take a break and come back. Stay tuned. Dear viewers, it's still the show Deen and Dunya, and the topic is false hope. So we've been discussing about a lot of things, and we said maybe the false hope could be from the guy or from the sister. And then I think sometimes this false hope comes from the society as well. You know, sometimes you might be okay and everything like that, you want to get married and everything's in place, but perhaps there are some things that you need to know which people cover. Let me give you an example. There is a hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, a sister met him and she was saying she has 3 suitors, but she doesn't know who to choose from that. And the Prophet now said, one of them is a poor man. He can't give her anything. The other one, he beats women. So if you marry him, you bear the consequences. While the third one is the best for you. If you choose what Allah and the Prophet choose for you, then you're going to have the best. So, but if it is in this society now, people will be giving you false hope that you're going to be happy with this person, and then they would hide a lot of things for you. You know, so I don't know.
And truthfully, actually, the society sometimes makes you feel like, yes, this person is best for you, when even you are seeing the flags, even when you can see that this thing is not working. And
Right.
basically, just do your own thing. Don't let somebody decide for you. Don't let something influence your decision. Make sure it's genuine.
Sometimes even families are part of the secret that end up hiding
Exactly.
the sons. Like, you just know this family is a good family. Your parents know as a woman it's a good family. Then they're like, the son will also be good.
Even
Possibly.
when he's a beater, or his wife
Yeah.
beater or something. Yes.
Yeah, and you know there is another thing. There was someone that is about to marry a sister, but I think he had a feeling for his cousin or something like that, and then maybe due to family issues he cannot marry the cousin, and now he's with another person. So sometimes people feel like, okay, she's my cousin and I can do whatever I want. He shares his secrets with her. A lot of things are so close, and you know people do not realize that your cousin is non-mahram to you.
Yeah.
She's your non-mahram and he's your non-mahram, and you can actually get married.
Yeah.
But then if now the woman wants to talk about it, they would say, okay, now you want to come between him and his relatives and all that. But I think people would have to consider these things. What do you think?
You're right. Like, as females, we actually, in the Nigerian society especially, we give so much freedom to mixing with our cousins.
Right.
Even those that are not from foster homes, like the same homes from us, you know, those ones we can marry them.
Yeah. So I feel, well, a lot of these things are happening and we feel it's just normal. Maybe because of the generation or the society we find ourselves in.
Yeah. False hope is becoming rampant, and you just need to look out, be on the watch, make sure you're at alert, open your eyes wide. Like wide. Yeah, right? There's this saying that love is blind, yeah?
Yeah.
But these days love is wearing
Love can see.
recommended glasses.
All right, dear viewers, it's still the show Deen and Dunya, and the topic is false hope. So now I'll ask our sisters to give us, closing notes. What do you have?
Yeah, so on a closing note, there's this saying that my stepmother used to say. She says, if you don't want to eat something, don't perceive it. In Yoruba, they say, so like, if you know that this thing, I don't want to get married to this person, I don't see a future with this person, please don't play with it. Because in where she grew up, because she says, according to her grandma, that was like the saying that her grandma used to tell them. Her grandma, there was this sacred thing around giving somebody false hope.
Okay.
She thinks it's a spiritual thing, like Like, there can be curses that can follow you for the rest of your life. Like, don't ever give a man hope when you know you don't want to marry him. Don't collect things from him. Don't make him feel loved. Just, if you don't want it, state it and let him go. Cut it off immediately. Don't be leading somebody on when you know you don't want to have anything to do with the person. Just... But then these days we just do it. Everybody thinks they're catching cruise.
Yeah. Just a nice.
But please, false hope is real, and yes, we should all stay away from it.
Okay, I think I'm going to pick my last point from Sister Anima, which is brings me to the issue of desires. Like sex, like drugs, like thirst, like whatever it is, the desires we all have. Love is part of those desires. It stems from a desire. So whatever as a woman, you want something, and you know this is what you want. Anything out there that comes, all of them, just put the walls, build a big wall between you and them. You, like I said, my mom said, a woman will be loved by many men, but you decide who you want and who you choose. Every other person should go second class. It's like a truck, a van. There are some people that sit at the last seat. Some people sit in the middle, while some people sit close to you. So that person that is sitting close to you, you know the kind of feeling, the kind of attraction you end up giving to them, so that it won't lead you to more problems for yourself. And this false hope can just be like normal thing, but seriously, it's not normal. It's spiritual.
Yeah. And some people actually lay curses on people, and these things don't end. I mean, it's just something you should stay away from. And please, if you get yourself involved in these situations, find your way back home. Like, just help yourself, recuperate, and some people are waiting to meet you somewhere. Somebody broke your heart. Yes, that's done.
Love is not for everybody.
Yeah, somebody's actually waiting to meet you somewhere, and stop brooding. Just try.
Yeah, well, I think this happens both from the sisters and brothers, but I think our sisters are more vulnerable. So, if someone is not trying to make you halal and he feels it's okay for him to make you a mistress or a side chick or something like that, please just run away. Allah is going to give you the best, and you deserve better. You deserve a good man, and you're going to be happy at last if you are innocent yourself. So this is still the show, Deen and Dunya. You can join us in the comment section, give us your ideas, your experiences and opinions, and also if you have topics that you might want us to discuss, you're free to share. Thank you for watching. See you next time. My name is Rahma Mustafa Ghani. Assalamu alaikum.